And we are back with the dive bar. It's me and Bobby tonight because Eric is traveling for work, and our good old buddy pal Joe Robbie is man, he's probably having a baby right now as we speak. She was just ready to have the baby, just like we just got the phone, like 10 minutes ago. She's right there. So we wish him the best of luck in the world. It's gonna be me, Bobby, and our media partner, Stay Tranquilo tonight. Yeah, I say a little bit better than Bobby. I don't got that southern, but we're gonna have a good show. We're gonna recap some of the Saints game. You know how I feel about that. I can't wait to get into that one. But we'll talk about Bobby. You were on Teron Armstead's show. You and Dudley Do Wrong. That's a dive bar's second appearance with T-Stead on the set. Sounds like we're a standing guest on his show.
Yeah, no, second time in it seems like 2 weeks, but it was obviously awesome time. Also, don't forget about the homie Wingo now.
Oh yeah.
They actually they told us to get back on the live. They told us to be backstage for 7:40, and I show up at 7:38 and they're already rolling. So I get put in late and Wingo's ready.
Yeah. So Wingo's always on time.
Wingo don't play around, so that's the good thing. Wingo was holding it down. It's kind of funny that he's the new guy, but he was representing for us. But yeah, let's talk about a couple things before we get into the actual show. Me and Ghost will be at MetLife TakeOver. Wingo is still up in the air. He's trying to get clearance from Rosenhaus. Unfortunately, found out today that the Tranquilo boys cannot make the move because they have to be in New York next weekend as well. So that's not going to happen, but we still want to try to do some cool stuff and get some good content. So if you see us out there, make some noise, come holler at your boys. We're definitely going to be recording, trying to make some videos, get some pictures and stuff for a future project we're going to use. So absolutely still, hang around. If you haven't seen the T-State episode, go check it out. Awesome conversation. And then other than that, I think we're ready to get into this.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
And yeah, shout out to Joe. Papa Joe. Man, that's crazy. Joe's going to be a daddy, so make sure you reach out to him and congratulate him. They're bringing a beautiful baby girl into the world, and man, couldn't be happier. That's incredible. All right, let's get into it.
I'm putting the helmet on as always.
The opportunity is right now.
Terrific defensive play. Intercepted. Off the back. Two on the move. Going deep. Speedways. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
Yeah, Joe Robbie checking in from maternity ward, legit having a baby. That's incredible. Awesome. Joe, hang in there. We got your back. You got your wife's back in there, but the boys are backing you too. The dad needs to too.
Dude, that's incredible. I remember those times. For the record, so everybody understands, they're literally about to push out a baby. She is 9 centimeters dilated. The doctor's on the way. This is happening. And so Joe's sitting there. The tension is very thick in that room right now. It's out of this world. I really don't know how to explain it. The first time you look at a human being that's yours, you're responsible for, and come from your flesh, there's nothing that can explain it. It's just, Joe, so happy for your brother. I damn near want to cry right now because I know the magic that is about to happen to you and your wife, and you'll never understand how it works, but it works, man. You'll never understand it, but you'll love a person more than anything you've ever loved, and it's incredible, man. So congrats.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I also just love the idea of him watching this show from the hospital room as his wife's about to deliver, man. Hell yeah, Joe. Congrats.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What a nice game we had on Sunday. We had a good transition. We love segues up in this here, but yeah, man, we got to get into what we witnessed. I could always go first, and I think Bobby and you guys already know the route that I'm going to go. And Keith, I see him in the chat, and he's gonna love the little rant that I have here. And it's just the Dolphins defense is really special right now. We're giving up 17 points per game over the last 5 games. I think in the last 5 games, the offense, if you're comparing the parity between the offense and defense, has the offense scored less than 7 points in a game in the last 5 games? Yeah, they have. But the defense hasn't given up, 17 points on average. So, but really, it's good to see the team get on a win streak. Lots of positives, lots of negatives. So we could dive into that. We can go first quarter, first half, really started out pretty hot. I think, I don't know if there's got to be a betting line on there. Dolphins line for first drive outcome. Their first drive always ends up in a score, and then the offense goes completely flat, like pretty much for the rest of the game from there.
There is a line like that, by the way, that you can absolutely take first drive score 100%.
Yeah. I'll let our guest kick things off, I guess. Also, I do want to give him the floor. If you haven't had a chance, I'm sure you have. We had an incredible time on Hondos, not Mondos.
Mondos.
Like Good Burger. Hondo's Blockbuster. We had an incredible time. My first appearance, many more to come. But we broke down the Stranger Things first part of the season 5. So incredible time. David, kind of introduce yourself. Your first time kind of on the Tuesday night show. No, you've been Tuesday night, right?
Second time, Bobby.
Yeah, second time. Well,
second
plug
time.
Your stuff. You got a lot more going on. You didn't get the chance to plug your individual stuff. So plug your stuff, introduce yourself, and then rip that game recap. How you feel?
Hell yeah. I'm still at the stadium, as you can see. So, as Bobby mentioned, Hondo's Blockbuster. If you're a movie guy, you like movies, shows, we talk about it all. We do a bunch of drafts, drafts, rankings, reviews, anything. It's almost like it's basically a passion project. 2 things I love in this world are sports, particularly football, and movies. All right. So that's me, Hondo's Blockbuster. Then, as always, catch me on Tranquilo Sports. Unfortunately, Andre's not here to join me today, but it's always me and him. And we're talking Fins every week, talking kind of overall all local sports. So if you haven't tuned in yet, would love to have you check us out. Every other time you're not watching this show, baby. But yeah, that's that. You can follow me at David Hondal _ on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And pretty much the same thing on Instagram. So just David Hondal. But in terms of the Fins game, I've been excited to talk about this one because it's just like somehow. Listen, I'm happy we're winning, but we're winning the ugliest games of all time. That ending of that game, I had already accepted that we were going to lose. Like I was like, there's no way we just did this. After like what you were saying, the defense has been unreal. It's pretty much night and day between the defense and the offense right now, and this defense has really woken up. You can say, it was against the Saints last week, against the Commanders. While Daniels did the same thing against the Bills. You know what I mean? So this defense,
the same thing against Josh Allen is what I say. Yeah. You're playing the Saints. They held Josh Allen to 13 points.
Yeah. So they've clearly found something. And I'm sure we'll talk about some like kind of key players. But I do got to just initially shout out Minkah Fitzpatrick. Obviously, his pick 2 that basically single-handedly won us the game because they had to go for a touchdown at the end. But him in general, like he's kind of woken up these last 5 games, a complete night and day from the start of the season. I don't know if he was banged up or kind of getting used to the system, but he's hitting on all cylinders now. So, the defense, there's really not much, we can say negatively in terms of like, we're holding people to 17 or under. Right. It's the offense that's got a lot more questions. We have like spurts here. You said first drive. We're very, very HN dependent right now. But, a win's a win. We'll take it. I don't want to complain too much. We're on a 3-game win streak, especially from the start of the season. I will take any win I can get. But man, that was one that I really thought we were going to blow for a second. And I was like, only we can do this. Like, I honestly haven't like that onside kick thing was. Once they called it off the calf, I'm like, oh yeah, this is toast. Like the rig is in, so whatever. We won, we pulled it off. Let's do it. Let's get 5 more.
Yeah. I think the good point about Minkah is he has been playing at a high level all year, but it's kind of hard when you're even earlier in the year, we had a young secondary, banged up secondary. Cater was already out. Ashton Davis was even out. We were starting some rookies. We're having like a rotation at safety. So when you don't have the support around you as a safety, it's kind of like he was trying to fly around and do too much and just be that superstar and be that guy. But now I think that now he has the support roles around him. Jordan Brooks is holding down that mid-level. Our defensive line is playing well. Kenneth Grant's filling in. Jordan Phillips looking great. Zach Sealer is back to his form. So I think when you get that additional support around you, you're able to kind of flash in your space. And that's what we're seeing from Minkah, really. I mean, he's had a great – I think his overall PFF is in the 80s right now, which is pretty solid.
No, he's killing it. And like you mentioned, too, like – we still are banged up in the secondary. So like people are just stepping up and this defense it's gelling right now, man. And that D-line is finally looking like the line that we expected going into the season. So yeah, things are hitting on all cylinders on the defensive side.
I think one thing helping Minkah too, is kind of ironic considering how he left the first time about how he was being used. But I think them trusting Trader a little more. Yep. They got Minkah in the nickel. Minkah is down in the slot mostly like 80% of the game. And I think he's thriving there. I really think that was the biggest turning point. He's been in the nickel for about 5 weeks now, and that's what you said. He's kind of picked it up. I think he's just out there playing ball and not thinking, and he's all over the place. So, man, yeah, Minkah, it's been a crazy turnaround, kind of like awesome to see after his first showing and how he demanded a trade and how he's like won the fan base over and showed up and like want to be here and kind of play and be the vet. So it's been cool to see the, the turnaround for Minkah. Also, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to be Achane dependent, right? I mean, we all bitched about not running the ball enough and sticking to the run, and they have. But you do want to be able to take those shots and hit those play action plays and not miss people. Obviously, not a great game for Tua. A lot of misses, maybe uncharacteristic, maybe not. But definitely, the angle route to Achane, that was the biggest one to me. It's like, that's our bread and butter. And it was a touchdown. It was there again.
They usually do that with their eyes closed.
Yeah, and that's a 4-yard handoff.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown every week. So, like, that one really hurt. It was behind Julian Hill a little bit. Maybe Waller catches that kind of ball. The play in the end zone to Waller had a safety underneath. I kind of understand having to go backside with it, but maybe that's a touchdown. But, tough showing for Tua. Another deep interception. So, punt. We call those punts around here.
We punt them.
Yeah, it was just a Hail Mary. Like, it doesn't really count. It was a Hail Mary and first down in the third quarter, so it didn't matter, really. No, but really, it's kind of weird. It's just a weird year for Tua. Really, it's like you don't know where to place it, and of course, you have both sides of the Tua spectrum. It's like, oh, we knew this was him all this time, and he's finally shown his true colors. Versus like just having a bad year. Like there's not much support. You lose Tyreek Hill, Darren Waller just came back into the lineup, and he probably would have had a go ahead touchdown, late in the game. Unfortunately, didn't come down with it. So it's kind of hard where to place this season for Tua. But I think McDaniel has adjusted, which is, I think that is one good point is, McDaniel kind of noticed, I think we were putting a lot on Tua's plate in the first half of the season, first quarter of the season for sure. He was throwing like 40 times a game. And like you kind of just saw little signs of like, hey, this season may not go the same way it has been. The deep dig routes weren't there. They were kind of even starting in the Colts game. It was he was overthrowing those deep dig routes, and we've seen that interception multiple times just throughout different years of his career here with Miami. And Mike McDaniel adjusted. Is it too little, too late? Who knows? But we are on a win streak, and you got to take the wins what they are. You just got to limit the mistakes here, and that's I think that's a positive for McDaniel is that he has shifted into a run first offense. Achane is having a career year right now. Hopefully they lock him up. He's got 1 year left on his rookie contract, right? Technically,
yeah. He's got 1 year left, but they got to throw the bag.
Him and Jordan Brooks are like got to take care of this all season,
and especially when you have another year left. It's great to lock them in because then they really don't have any leverage. Like, you could have some leverage, but he's not going to be paid like the Saquon Barkley. Because he has that 1 year left. Now, if it was his last year, it's like, I'm going to test the market. People are going to be throwing bags at him. So you're going to pay for him for sure, but he'll be in that, that top 10, top 8, top 7 range of running backs in terms of payment. So he's well earned. I mean, he's been the most consistent player. He's the best player on the offense right now. So it's definitely well earned.
Let me ask you this.
Well, sorry, I got to jump in because I got to address something. I got to eat crow from the last time I was on the show.
Oh yeah,
I did. We did when last time we recorded was around the trade deadline, and I said we should probably trade Achane. Because of how I love it, he's so good. But I was like, dude, we can get so much for him, and at this point, are we going to pay a running back? Dude, I don't care. Pay him everything. Like I don't at this point. Like that's the team. Like that's our offense. So like you know what? Screw it. Give them everything. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna eat crow on that. But yeah, I just had to go for Bobby, but I had to jump in and correct myself on that.
No, we love self humor here and calling yourself. Hey, you got to call yourself.
I think I do have to address the background because there's been multiple comments on it. Just sort of like I am in the middle of a move, so I've got nothing set up. There's still stuff in storage. So I'm in the middle of a move. I'm gonna have a pretty sweet background. I'm gonna have my whole desk. It's all together. It's going to be a pretty sweet background coming up, but for the love of God, just give me a break on the background.
I think people understand that you're in the middle of a move, but they think you're moving to county jail. So
I only need 2 weeks. And just give me the 2 episodes. I should have everything set up by next week. So for God's sakes, just give me a break. All right.
Mind you, I've got a fake background on, dude. I don't even have a real one and they're giving you shit. So, you know,
A for effort.
Yeah. I do
my
think,
question was,
go ahead.
Where do y'all stand on the HN money? Like, what would you feel good about? Like, what would you give HN? Like, realistically, I think it's higher than some might realize, but Ghost, I'll let you go first since you kind of made me think about that.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that we are in a really good position. We are in a really good position because he does have that year left on his contract. So it's not really like a holdout situation almost. I mean, like anybody could hold out at any time, really. But he does have that year left. He can't put his feet, people can't offer him. They can't send him offers. But, as we've heard before in the Dolphins lexicon is the market is the market. Now, do I think he's going to be in that like 40 million territory where Saquon Barkley is, where he's guaranteed like 30 something million? He's guaranteed about $40 million. I think he's going to be more around. I mean, like Jonathan Taylor right now, his total guarantee is 25 million, 26 million. Okay. Probably going to be a little bit lower than that. I would feel comfortable at that like 19 to 21 million a year mark.
Oh, okay. So you do see him getting paid. Okay.
You have to.
I think he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid.
No, I think you also got to understand he's also a receiver. Like he's a weapon. Yeah. So I don't even consider him a running back. Even like, don't get me wrong, Barkley, special, generational, deserved his payday. Broke down some walls for running backs. But Barkley is nowhere near the receiver HN is. You could literally line HN up at receiver for a full game. That's how good he is at receiving. Obviously, he's a running back, but I was thinking I'm going to him first, and I'm putting a no bullshit offer of 4 years, 60 million right out the gate. Like I'm trying to get him for 15 per.
Well, the total guarantees, I mean, if you look at the top running backs in the league, Saquon Barkley is at around 36 million. Christian McCaffrey's 24 million. Derrick Henry's 25 million. Jonathan Taylor's 26 million. So it's like, I think that's like the upper echelon right there of running backs in the league, and that's kind of like your marker. So I think he's close right behind them, I would say, and he's got that year left on his deal. So I could really see it between that 19, 21 million fully guaranteed mark or total guaranteed mark.
I'm with you there too. I'm leaning more the 19 to 21 range. I think, I mean, because the thing is, if we don't pay him that, right, like this guy is. Someone's going to throw 25, 26 at him the year after. So if you can take advantage and pay him early and you can get essentially a 5 million discount, you got to do it for this guy. I mean, this guy is generational. Like you don't
let him play on his final year.
Exactly.
Because then he's not coming back. He's not coming back.
He's out of here.
Yeah. We don't have the money. Like we don't have the money with Tua's contract. You have Waddle's contract finally kicking in 2026. So it's like, we don't have the money to let him play in his final year, allow him to test the market, drive up that price to 25, 26, 27, up to 30 million fully guaranteed. So, it's a no-brainer. Lock him up, lock up Jordan Brooks. You do have Waddle. Tua, what they're going to do with it. Tua's going to be with the team next year. Really, it's kind of like moot to argue that. He's not playing bad enough where it's kind of like scorched earth. So he's going to be with the team next year. And you just hope for improvement there.
Real quick before we keep carrying on, we do have another visitor tonight.
Yes, sir.
He's finally made that the drive home through that Miami traffic. It's a little late, but we only go live on Tuesday, so it's basically the same. Happy birthday, Lou from Dade.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Happy birthday, bro.
The Joe Robbie replacement audition, so really good to just kidding. Good job, baby.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, he's in the middle of he's in the middle of the battle zone right now, man.
But he's still watching. Don't worry.
Yeah, he was amazing. Mr. 305 Sports Babe.
That's it. Yep.
Ashley's husband. That's Ashley's husband right there.
So funny.
Happy with that
That's so
title.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you jump right in, Lou. Thoughts on the game Sunday? Kind of overall feeling of the team right now.
Oh man, disappointing to be honest with you. I always take the win, always take the win. But you're coming off a bye week, and you should have put better showing forward against the Saints team that is not good at all. And I thought they had the opportunity to do that. For a second, they reminded me of the Carolina game, which Bobby, you and I were at. It was frustrating to see us up 13 nothing at the half, and it was eerily similar to that game. And of course, we let them come back in it and almost pulled it out. So I wanted to see us assert our dominance a lot more. I wanted to see Tua play a better game, especially again coming off that bye week, and we just didn't get it. It's almost like we're left with more questions and answers, and it shouldn't be this way 12 games into the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Is it really did feel like the Panthers game, we just had too many punts in the first half, and it's like the possessions that the Saints had, it was punt, fumble recovery, punt, interception, and we scored 16 points off of that. And it's like against any team, that's unacceptable. You got to be at least like at the low end, at the bottom end, you should be up 20-0. Really, you should score in at least half of those possessions. You should be up at least 21 points, especially if the defense gives up, 0 points and they're putting you back on the field that many times in your own or in a Saints opposing territory. 16 points is just unacceptable. The same way 17 points was unacceptable in the Carolina game.
No doubt. And, again, Mike McDaniel still having the time management, clock management issues. You got him blowing 2 timeouts early on in that game and then not having a timeout in that last drive. I know there's a lot of talk about him not trusting Tua, but again, you're year 4 into this. He's out there. You're trying to save your job. You got to go for it. You can't leave points on the board. You're in the red zone. You got to come out with touchdowns, not field goals. So that's still a question as well. And he's going to have to fight to keep his job as well. And so he didn't show much of that coming off that questionable call in Spain. And so I wanted to see those things cleaned up as well.
This comment's funny as hell. He's getting fined in the locker room. Player fined is what he said. He did. I got to give him credit because he did call pick. He did call pick on Twitter with our boy Don Chula Corleone. He is back to the Kevin Harlan effect now. But I don't know, man. I'm sure he's taking a lot of shit from that. The defensive back room. They said if you get an interception, you got to take it all the way back, or you're getting fined.
With that being said, Rasul Douglas has been amazing.
Stepped up big time.
Dude, holy shit. While that's funny as shit, let's be real here. Rasul Douglas has been an absolute dog for us. So love that.
Yeah, it's good to have
no doubt. That wasn't expected. But we had a show earlier in the year, our AFC East preview show, and we had a Bills guy on there, Ryan Tablet, and he was like, good luck with Rasul Butler. I mean, he's going to do horrible for you guys. Couldn't, make our practice squad these days. And he's been a dog, man. He's been a blessing in disguise with this banged up secondary.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the same stuff from the Bills fans as he's washed up, Russell. But from what I remember, I mean, he was always on the commentators' minds during the Bills game. This guy's been playing great in slot. He played a ton of slot there, and he was always getting praise. The Tony Romo praise and everything because he's calling all the Josh Allen games somehow. But he gets a ton of praise. So he's doing his job and stepped up, especially a defensive back room. Too bad Juju Brents went out last game or 2 games ago. It was last week, right?
Last week. It
just sucks. It just seems like the defensive back room is just getting mauled with injuries. It's like a curse, man. It's crazy.
Well, I'm thinking about it because the chat, dude, you gotta be careful looking at the chat. It's like one of those spinny things that pulls you in. It's like, dude, I understand why bugs hit those lights now. It's crazy. Yeah. But for everyone watching, I do want to say this. Tomorrow night, I will be on the fish tank for OJ McDuffie's birthday bash. I call it that myself to make me feel special. Nonetheless, Seth Levitt, OJ, they have an awesome show Wednesday nights. Very similar to what we're kind of doing over here. They're just a little older. No big deal. But I will be there. We will be getting it down tomorrow. So come through. We'll be hanging out about this, 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
Yeah. Check out the Fish Tank. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Seth, OJ. It's Seth's always kind of creeping in the chat. You'll never know when he pops in.
He got in here early tonight.
He was here earlier. He was here. Yeah. So what else is going on?
So how about that ride in?
How about that ride in? No, but seriously, I think we could get into we're 30 minutes in. We can get into there are, as we know, Miami is in a playoff race right now. Every single game is a playoff game. So Bobby, I want to pull up that graphic and see our rooting guide for this weekend. Very, very important for Dolphins fans. We got to pull that energy, pull that juju in.
I do also want to ask a couple of questions here because there was a huge debate. I've been getting cooked on these graphics every week. People are like, no, with this, it's this guy, it's that guy. We want this team. If that team wins, we suck. So like I want to know because it's a big deal. I thought the Colts were going to be our best friend down the line. I thought they were going to do all of our dirty work. But according to the polls, the Colts are now out. We're Jaguar fans. The Colts can have a way of losing out or losing 4 out of 5. They play Jaguars twice, Houston, San Fran, and Seattle. So our best route, apparently, according to the simulator, is Chargers crash out and Colts crash out. I
agree with that purely because of the schedule. I thought the Colts would clean house, to be honest, the way they started. They blow it against the Chiefs. They blow it this week against the Texans, which they kind of got screwed with that extra point thing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
yep.
But yeah, I mean, obviously they own the tiebreaker against us, so I didn't think it was going to have to come down to them. But their schedule is the hardest coming down the stretch. So yeah, at this point, I think it is Jags all the way. And also hypothetically, dude, give me the Jags at the 2 spot. Have us on the road in Jacksonville. Come on, dude. Come on. Give me that. Give me that. I'd start getting cocky. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm Jags over Colts here too.
All right. Also, they're all kind of controversial. So everybody goes back and forth on Ravens Steelers. I think we all need to realize we just let the Ravens go win that division.
I agree.
We play the Steelers. We handle our own business there. The Texans Chiefs, that's kind of iffy too because they're both out of the playoffs, but they're both ahead of us. It's really just I trust the Texans to flop more than I do the Chiefs. If the Chiefs win 1, they'll win 3, they'll win 4. It's just you don't want to let them open that door. So I feel like just go with the Texans and that's the way to go there. So I think this is pretty accurate. I think when you put the feelings to the side and you really look at it, I think this is our best bet.
There's been so much parity in the NFL this year. The transitive property really never worked in the NFL, like X beat Y, so Y will beat Z and so on.
Yeah.
That's really never worked. But I think especially this year, the parity has been so crazy that I think it's always good to see the rooting guides and all that. But I feel like every week we're like, holy shit, they actually lost or they actually won every single week now. So I do think that if Miami does get to 10-7, which is, a tall task right now, you have so many games ahead of you. You got a tough road game in Pittsburgh that's still going to be prime time now. They just called it that they were not going to flex that game out.
Yeah.
They have a tough game in New England to end the season. Hopefully the Patriots are resting guys that week, but you got to take it 1 week at a time. I think that if Miami goes 10-7, there's enough parity and there's enough chaos in the league right now that they'll just get it. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not much breaking down. Someone's going to fall off, whether it's the Chargers, surprise like the Chiefs falling off, the Colts losing out, shit like that. I think if the Dolphins get to 10-7, there's going to be way more than enough chaos in the league as it has been all year that they're just going to get it. You just got to believe that. That's my opinion.
I'm with you there, and I kind of want to address 2 things. One, real quickly, in regards to why Texans over Chiefs, just because I think the Chargers are the team to keep an eye on in terms of flailing out. Their last 5 games are it's a very tough stretch, and they're super banged up. And I kind of think they're frauds anyway. And then talk about frauds. I think those frauds up in New England, I don't even want them to rest their starters. I think we'll have them again by week 18. That's all I have to say, because I think that's the most fraudulent. I don't care about their win streak. We had them by an inch and we're playing terrible. All right. So, you know what? They don't scare me. Bring me, those frauds in New England.
I don't know about that. I mean, man, I'm scared of New England. You see that game last night? I'm worried about Tua.
I think David is actually trying to try out for the Joe Robbie role.
Yeah. That's the Joe Robbie role right there.
Dude, Drake May is the most overrated, overhyped player I've ever seen. I mean, this guy, I think the Pats, I'm not scared of them one bit. Give me them again in the playoffs too. I don't care. We're winning this shit out and give me the Pats again. I hope it runs through New England.
I hope you're right, David. It's just, man, you can have the schedule on all you want and call them out on that, but they're winning, man. You got to play
I know.
on your schedule. They're winning. Last night, that game was special teams, defense, and offense, and they're well coached. They got a great coach who's been there before and knows how to get it done. So I'm a little worried about that. But looking at this graphic, I'm looking at the Bengals here and the Eagles. The Eagles play the Chargers this week, which will obviously help us, and then they play the Bills at the end of the year as well. And then the Bengals, of course, are playing Buffalo this week, and they'll have a shot also to help us out. I think Buffalo might be a good shot for us to sneak in because they also got to play New England. So if you see a loss against the Bengals this week with a rejuvenated Joe Burrow back, a loss possibly against those Eagles and a loss against New England, we're tied. And it would go to the conference tiebreaker. So that's a nice path for us there as well.
No, I agree.
Which is even more reason why we got to beat the Jets and then we got to beat the Patriots, because we need that 4-2 division record.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think. If I told you we went 4-2 in the division, you'd be like, oh, hell yeah. What, 10 wins, 11 wins? Like,
if you told me week 4 that, hey, you can still go 4-2 in the division, I'd be like, you're an idiot. Like, there's no way. Like, we're going 1-5 maybe. But I mean, record.
And if we beat the Bucks, we're going to go 3-1 against a bad NFC South. But you rather have lost that Falcons game, and as David mentioned, beating the Pats or beating the Chargers. One of those games instead of the Falcons would have put us at a better conference advantage and would have helped our cause a lot better.
Yeah, just seems every year we're 1 or 2 plays away from 3 extra wins, and that's really the case right now, man.
It really is.
It really is.
It sucks. Like it always sucks to like look back with hindsight, right? Like you said, like I did not think we'd even be in this scenario, like a few games ago. But the fact is that we are in it, and then it's like all you can do is look back at those like 3 plays. Which, by the way, it's literally like 3 plays, 1 from each game. They go a different way. Like there's a chance we've got 3 wins under our belt. But all we can do is look ahead, hate watch, and root for our team. So
we got to keep.
No doubt.
Life, though.
Those 3 plays, you're looking at what? Achane doesn't step out of bounds against New England. If Jalen Phillips gets Herbert down, that's another play. And we hold up that 17-0 lead in Carolina.
Boom, that's 3 right there.
And I think that one play in Carolina was when Bryce Young rolled out.
4th down, right?
Yeah, 4th down.
Chop Robinson missed. And it was Bradley Chubb missed him on that play. Another missed sack, and converted that 4th down to Tedero McMillan. And just like that was the game. That really was the game. So I think those are the 3 plays right there alone. You can always look at like the Bills game driving down. Probably going to score if Tua doesn't throw that pick there. It's just it sucks because now I'm getting more in tune to it. This year, I have been like checkboxing those moments in my head. I'm like, I'm going to go back to that and say, should have had that game, that play right there. Because we've done it every year. We've done it in 2023. We've done it in 2022. It comes down to, a few plays here and there. But, that is football. Your record is what you say you are. And, I do agree that the Dolphins are a 5-7 team. They've executed just like a 5-7 team would. Now they just got to dig their way out.
Yeah. It's crazy to think, too. I remember being in the stands at the Panthers game. And the fans were just there to drink beer. Like the Panthers fans were like so out on that team. It was like, they were like, of course y'all are up 17-0. Bryce Young's an idiot. Like our coaches don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They were like, who cares? They were actually like, every time they lined up, they were just saying shit about Bryce Young. The Panthers they've lost like one game since they beat us.
Well,
like they completely turned their season around on our backs. Like literally.
Who's Rico Dowdle? Who is this guy?
Dude, what's crazy is that Panthers podcast that just quit. You guys remember that story? They quit the game before us. That was the week they quit, and all of a sudden they're they're right in this. They're doing really well, and dude, those guys just quit. There's no coming back for them. So I feel bad for those guys.
One thing I am happy about is Rico Dowdle is actually him. He actually is a running back. Low key, top 5 running back in the league right now. So it's really it is good that it wasn't just the Dolphins thing, even though the Dolphins would give up so many yards to running backs. But that was kind of nice. But I mean, it goes to show how quickly a season can turn around for the team. It's just I think we got to get through MetLife first, because you did bring it up, Bobby. I remember you saying it yesterday with Teron Armstead. You're like, hey, this could be a trap game for Miami, and T-Stead was like, bro, this isn't a trap game. The Jets are coming for that. They're coming for Miami's head right now. They're gonna be wearing those blacked out jerseys, those Gotham jerseys they got on. Those Jet fans, they show up, they really do. But Miami fans will be there in full force. It's not gonna be too cold. I'm from the Northeast. 40 degrees ain't too bad. But that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah. I don't really consider it a trap game in the sense that we deserve to be where we are. So I can't act like we're. It's just I really don't put us with the Jets. The Jets had a wholesale at the trade deadline, which they have turned it around, which was very impressive to me. I also said that on there. It's when they traded Sauce and
Williams,
and then they had the other guys on the timeline tweeting memes and basically quit on the team, wanting to be traded. I'm like, oh, this is freaking a mess. I love it. This place is on fire right now. And then the deadline passes, much like us, and they just lock in. It's crazy how that works. It's all right, they're just playing football now. I think they've probably got the same record as us in the last 4 games. So they're gonna bring it. They're gonna try to win. They're playing hard. So this isn't the cakewalk we thought it might be. And it's not necessarily a trap game in the sense of we're 10-6 and we're playing a wonky team that's we're overlooking them. But I'm in it more in the sense that this would be the game the Dolphins would lose. We'd go on and win all the rest of them and lose the damn Jets game. It's just
dude. Yeah, and Tyrod Taylor is low key a Fins killer. So I'm not looking past this game. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Hey, the one thing I do want to bring up, since y'all are cooking the Patriots, I think every team, look, when teams win, they deserve it. I mean, we see how easy you can lose in this league. So you can't overlook winning. But the Broncos, now we can talk about overrated. Dude, the Broncos are gritting out ugly ass win. Dude, they went to overtime and let both teams score against the Commanders just like us. And I don't know, man. And that's the other thing. Remember this.
AFC wide open.
The Broncos need to fall back a little bit so the Patriots can be comfortable in the 1 seed to rest their starters week 17, 18, whatever.
No resting. Bring them all out.
I
want Drake May's head on a stick, baby. I want Chubb to come out and do his all over Drake May. Come on. The inside of my mind is just dude, David, shut up. We'll take the subs, dude. Yeah. But whatever. Screw it.
No, dude, Andre comes on here and sounds just like you. So I think it's the Joe Robbie effect. He gets these guests hyped up and they start talking like this. It's crazy.
We're cut from the same cloth. So
I don't look at this as a trap game at all. It's a rivalry game, and you're always going to get up for a rival. I don't care what the records are. So the Jets are going to bring it. And look, credit to Aaron Glenn, right? He's got those guys fighting. They should have had a lot more wins. They almost beat Tampa down in Tampa. He's had them playing well, unlike last year when the team quit on Robert Saleh, and then they ended up getting rid of him. They've been fighting. They've been fighting, and I expect to fight on Sunday. That last game, obviously, last year, Tyreek kind of quit on the team there as well, and you know how that ended. Borderline.
No, you're right. You're right.
So it was a different situation last year. Aaron Rodgers was supposedly going to retire, so he wanted to get his milestone touchdowns before on his way out. So they're playing for a lot of pride there, different kind of atmosphere. But they had quit until that last game. They played out the string, and that's not the case this go around. So it's going to be a fight in the Meadowlands on on Sunday, and hopefully we can pull it out.
It was definitely miserable there too. That was a cold, miserable game. Like the wind was going. It was like 15 out. That game really sucked to be at.
Yeah. I'm jealous though that you guys are gone, man. I did the MetLife takeover and it was an incredible time. You have a chance to do it. It's awesome.
Shout out MetLife Takeover. I was talking to them today. Link is in the chat. There are tickets that are still available. So go to MetLifeTakeover.com and get your tickets. They are pretty cheap. And you'll be sitting with all the Dolphins fans. So it'll be it's always a good time, and you can get your tailgate tickets there. If you try to get your tailgate in person, it's going to be $25 extra. So get the tailgate package with it. They are available till noon on Thursday. So you have until Thursday, 2 days to go get them up until noon. So noon on Thursday. MetLifeTakeover.com. Head over there.
Dude,
You guys moving up at Slattery's before the game as well? Still going to Slattery's?
Hell yeah.
I won't make it into the city. I fucking hate going to the city, to be honest with you. From there, it just sucks getting into the city. I'll see everybody at the tailgate though, for sure. I'll be there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be a tailgate appearance too, because so me and my wife, we're making a weekend out of it. First time in the city. We're going to meet a friend, and we're gonna be doing a lot of things. I think our Saturday night's pretty booked up. Obviously, you get 2 days to go to New York. You're booked up. Like you don't there's no time no flexibility there.
Dave, it's not a paid tailgate. They do have food there. They have drinks. They have packages where you get unlimited food, unlimited drinks. So you don't have to pay for it. You can just show up to the tailgate, bring your own beer, bring your own food and stuff like that. But they do make a ton of food there. They do have bars there that are included in that package too, along with the ticket. So if you do choose to do that, you don't have to. You can always just show up to the tailgate.
Dude, David is good for one awesome comment.
Yeah, David's always good.
I will also add, I've been there twice, 2 MetLife takeovers, both wins. So that's an accomplishment. But Dolphins alumni always show up early, and they'll greet the folks out there. So expect that. I don't want to drop the name, but definitely both times I've been out there, and pictures that I've seen from previous years, the Dolphins alumni will always show up and make an appearance out there. So
yeah, they always come by and say what's up. I think I met OJ out there. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago. Pretty awesome.
Dude, we're at the same one though. OJ was at the one I went to. I was there 2 years ago.
I walk up to him. What's up, OJ? He's like, motherfucker, it's cold out here. I'm like, I think that was like one of the warmest MetLife takeovers we were at. I think it was like 55 degrees at halftime. It was crazy.
No. Yeah, I'm actually, you said you're 2-0 on MetLife takeovers. I actually had a crazy streak. I used to do, well, I still do it, but I haven't been able to go to one this year. One away game a year, and I was 0-9. So 9 years in a row, just straight losses. MetLife takeover was one of them. The first one I got was the Commanders game 2 years ago. I literally had to just find where I was like, dude, I can't lose this one. So like I did it. Got my one before I hit the 10 mark, because I said I'd have to retire if I went over 10. So, but yeah, definitely always good time.
That was a great game. Wow.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of MetLife games, and I've seen everything from the back-to-back Ted Ginn Jr. return, like touchdowns. Jason Taylor, I saw him score one of his last touchdowns from Miami, up until like all the way to the Skylar Thompson, Teddy Bridgewater game. That was brutal because we were like fighting too. Like we were like, that's when we're like huge fans of Miami, and we're like, we have to win this game. Jets fans were like at that time where they were like, are we a good team? Or are we not a good team? So the rivalry was there in the stands. You had Jets fans flicking me off. I'm flicking them off back, throwing shit at them. It's fine. But I've seen everything from wins, losses, bad wins, bad losses. So
that was also the game they made Teddy Bridgewater get checked for a concussion. He didn't even have a concussion. They ruled him out.
That was when I was at.
And it's never happened again.
Dude.
It's never. No, it's never happening again. That was 100% a hit job by Roger Goodell. That was the game after, literally the game after the whole bad concussion press from Tua. They put him out there with the concussion. First fucking play of the game, man. And he didn't even hit his head. He didn't even hit his head. He got up and he's like, he was going like this. He was like looking right. He's like, me? And never let him back in the game.
Dude, what blows my mind is like every weekend you watch football and like people are getting their head bounced off the ground. It's like, oh, for sure. And they're like, we didn't see shit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, Jackson Dart.
Dude,
he's
got to be careful, bro. That guy's got to be careful.
Slope. He's on a slippery slope.
Yeah. And I love Jackson Dart. He's got to be careful, dude. That guy's dealing with probably still has concussions. Quick question for you guys. Do you guys have like a ranking of teams in the division that you guys hate more than others? Like, or do you hate them all the same? Because growing up, the Jets were the team I hated the most. I actually hate the Bills way more now, personally. Yes. But the Jets were the team that I hated the most, and I can call back this specific game, the game that we had to win one of the last 2 games of the season. It was the second to last game, Bills game, whatever, and then the Geno Smith perfect QBR game. That was the game that really did me in. I think that was probably the last time I cried at a Dolphins game. I don't even know how old I was, but I could have been 20.
Last year.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, the Jets.
The last 3.
Yeah. And dude, the Jets, I hated the Jets the most.
I think I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you. Is like, I hated the Jets, especially during that 2010.
That Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez,
Sanchez, Sean Green, Braylon Edwards era. I fucking hated the Jets. Like, I rooted for them to lose actively. Like, I was actively standing up in front of the TV, like actively watching these Jets games that Miami wasn't even in, just actively rooting against them. Patriots are still way down the list. They sucked for a while now, so it's kind of like they got to work their way back up, which they have. Even with Brady, I didn't really even hate them because I did like watching Brady play. That's kind of like a guilty pleasure. Not against Miami, but just watching him play football. But the Bills kind of have gotten there.
I can't stand Buffalo, dude. Oh my god, can't stand them.
To me, I've learned this. I'm obviously a hater, big time. Because mine is clearly based off success. So dude, if you're hot, I fucking hate you. Dude, Tom Brady and the Patriots, I hate you. Josh Allen and the Patriots, I hate you. Ghost is right. The Patriots kind of turned into a little brother for a few years, like 2 easy wins. It's kind of like, I really don't. They're nice guys. Don't fucking talk about it, okay? They're doing the best they can. And now it's like they slowly snuck up on us and they're back on top. And, Vrabel's an awesome coach that we all liked beforehand. And then, Drake May, UNC boy, let's go. Great generation of UNC blood there. Obviously, if you don't know, his older brother hit a game winner in the Final Four for UNC basketball like 3 years before he got there. So incredible pipeline of May brothers coming through UNC. So they got likable people now. Drake May is like as likable as there is. So, but I'm sure in 3 years, they got a couple division titles under their belt. We'll be like, yo, fuck these Patriots, bro. Who the fuck do you think they are?
By the way, even with me having the Patriots probably last right now, I still hate their guts. Don't get me wrong. I hate their guts. And by the way, I feel you on the Pats because even when they had Brady, I hated the Jets more. But it was also, I think, a thing of they were just so good. I was beat into submission. But yeah, I hate them all. Don't get me wrong, but the Jets, dude, there's something about the New York Jets, man. That used to piss me the hell off, and now it's the Bills. I mean, I hate Josh Allen. I don't care. He's always a likable guy. I hate him. I hate them all. I go break tables and shit. I don't care. I hate you all. I'm on the Mount Rushmore of haters, and I don't care.
And I'm with you guys. Listen, I hate them all as well. If I had to pick, though, I'd say Bills number 1. Just because, man, Marino was my guy, and they held Marino out 4 different times. They didn't let him get to the Super Bowl. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the last game between the 2 teams up in Buffalo this year on Thursday Night Football. Unfortunately, it was a loss on that one, but I wanted to see it for myself because the Dolphins dominated, before our time here, but they dominated in that stadium early on, and then it's been a house of horrors for them lately. So the Bills are still number 1 to me. David, you mentioned the Jets. Even though we've only played them one time in the playoffs, again, before our time, but the Mud Bowl, back in the Orange Bowl, AFC Championship game, but that was the only playoff meeting. But to your point, the Jets have held us out of the playoffs numerous times. So that stings. And as far as the Patriots, who doesn't hate Bill Belichick and Tom Brady? But we were never competitive when they were, around. So it's like it never really fazed us because we could never compete against them, and neither could anybody else. Going back to the Jets, though, seeing Jason Taylor put on that 99 in the green and white, dude,
disgusting.
No, disgusting.
That was nightmarish to watch that, man. And I'll never get that picture out of my head.
Yeah.
Same.
This
I was so
this-
disgusted.
This is why you got to keep your eyes off the chat.
Dude, no, this comment is incredible, dude.
I knew that David was gonna love that one because he runs a movie show. So like that's perfect. That's a whole dude. Hey, by the way, Sinners is an awesome movie. I don't even know what the hell I watched still to this day. I don't know what the hell I just watched, but that movie was incredible.
Oh, as a typical ghost, Bobby, got to plug it. I got to plug the computer. Give me a second. I always forget. I'm at 2%.
All good. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, the Jets were kind of like that because they had the Hard Knocks. Rex Ryan was yapping every chance he got.
I can't stand Rex Ryan.
And I think what really made it the worst was they were good. Like that defense was incredible.
And
they just like fucking so aggravating. Cromartie, Bart Scott, the whole D line was like a Hall of Famers. Chris Jenkins, dude, it was crazy. It was stupid. You shouldn't be that good. They had LaDainian Tomlinson, Santonio Holmes, Brandon Marshall, Mark Sanchez. Who was the other running back? There was a bigger guy, like a stocky guy.
Was it? I'm sure they did have. I'm pretty sure they did have LeGarrette Blount at some point, but I don't think that's who you're talking about.
Maybe.
No.
I know he was a Patriot for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Curtis Martin too was a Patriot and a Jet as well. So
yeah,
that guy.
Dude, Ghost freaking trying to unplug here.
that comment was incredible. Whoever sent that and didn't get to catch the name, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, that was a notorious fantasy with the comment of the night, and it's true.
Yeah, comment of the night.
People are very salty. People are very petty. I remember when that movie came out, he got cooked pretty good over that. It's like, you feel bad because she's doing her job. It's acting. We all know it's not the same, but it's still like it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
That was the
welcome back.
Lee comment. Yeah, sorry. I always I always think I could get away with
Jones.
Thomas Jones, right?
Jones was nasty that year. Sean Green, the rookie, on Michigan State, right? Sean Green, I believe.
I can't remember.
It was unbelievable. Even like Braylon Edwards was having like a resurgence here. Browns, Michigan guy coming in, but yeah, dude, that defense, you got to give them credit. They were a team. They were a team built to win in the NFL. They were a team built to win in January and February. Like, and Mark Sanchez did show up in the playoffs. Like he didn't put up. I think he had like 19 touchdowns, 14 interception type year. But he did show up in the playoffs when it mattered. And, he was making those throws to Braylon, but that defense was something else. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Scott, dude.
I love using that GIF, but it doesn't really translate to Dolphins Twitter really well. Yeah. But it's a perfect, there's no other. When you type in can't wait on the GIF bar, nothing else comes up that's even good. So it's like, oh, I'm using it. Sorry.
That was one of the best, post-game interviews. To all the non-believers. To all the non-believers, dude, he's preaching like a reverend.
The best part was he was so hyped, and the lady was asking really normal questions. She was like,
"Oh, it was the guy. It was a guy interviewing him."
Oh, was it a guy? Okay, yeah. But she was like,
he was very humble.
Yeah, well, y'all. He was like, "We're unstoppable. We can't be beat." And they were like, "Yeah, but you play the best team ever in football next week." He's like, "Can't wait."
Yeah.
All right.
And the commentator was just
you.
"Back to you."
All right.
He was so funny. Yeah.
Don't say this. This is crazy. Don't say that again.
No.
You got to give him credence. It was on the timeline.
Here's a good question to wrap up. We do this and then we'll do some final thoughts.
Yeah.
If you could replace McDaniel with any former coach not named Shula Johnson, who would you pick and why?
Dan Campbell.
That's
Dan Campbell. I don't know. Might be going Ben Johnson these days.
Get man.
That's a good one too. Give me the stash, Juan stash, baby.
Yeah,
I like
Juan Stash. Yeah,
Juan Stash gets a bad name, but that was my childhood. I always thought he was awesome. I mean, I get when you're 8, you think everything's awesome, but I love Juan Staff football. Credible defense, fucking running game, dude. I loved it. Mediocre quarterback, not much has changed.
Dude, the more I look back on those 2004, 2005, 2006 teams from Miami, I'm like, because I was a lot younger. Teenage years, it's just dude, these were really good football teams. They were legitimately a quarterback away. When you talk about quarterback away, you're legit. Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison, Brock Marion, Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor,
Tim
David
Bowens.
dude. You had
Nick
all
Tim
Saban,
Bowens.
baby.
Tim Bowens.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saban, that's right.
And then you know the offense. You have Ricky Williams. You had one of the best offensive lines in the league. Yeah,
People that hate wants that. I guess I did. I was just young. It was like he was
I mean,
amazing.
me
to me.
too.
but those teams were nasty, man. Like they were.
They
built-
were.
they
They,
were built for
that's
football.
that's a tricky call because that those teams literally were a quarterback away, and it's like crazy. That defense was something else, man.
At one point, you had 3 Hall of Famers on that defense. You had Zach, you had Jason, and Junior Seau, late great Junior Seau, and then you got Ricky Williams running the ball. I mean, what more do you need? As you mentioned, Ghost, it's a quarterback. You had Brian Greasy in there. You know, you couldn't get the quarterbacks.
Ken Fiedler, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, dude.
What's crazy is
We are
there,
25
there was 3
players.
Hall of Famers, but there was like 12 Pro Bowlers. You Pat
Yeah.
Surtain, Sam Madison, Chris Chambers, Randy
Chambers.
McMichael. I think we had like a badass guard. Was like Rudy.
Tim Ruddy.
Tim
Nobody.
Rudy.
He was a center.
Yeah, so like, dude, Tim Bowens on the defensive line. You had Zach Thomas, Junior Seau, Brock Marion. I mean, dude, the fucking team was loaded, dude.
Jeremiah Bell.
Yes.
Jeremiah,
I used to love Jeremiah Bell.
Last from the
Yeah.
past.
Jeremiah Bell was the shit, man.
Yeah.
This
He
is
played
funny.
linebacker. He played linebacker in college.
I could see it, dude. He could play linebacker. That dude could do anything. Jeremiah Bell was a dog. He's one of those. You forget about him, but he was special. Rashad Jones, another one of those. Like you forget about him, but holy
Rashad
fuck,
Jones.
were they special?
Yeah. I had a Rashad Jones jersey.
It's a good jersey.
Nice,
It's a good jersey to have.
Yeah.
dude. Rashad Jones might be our greatest 5th round pick ever. I'm sure there's another one I'm not thinking of and look like an idiot right now, but he's up there. 5th round pick out of Georgia. Rashad Jones put down work.
Dog.
All right, boys. Final thoughts. Get some little final thoughts here and wrap up. Appreciate before we get into it. Thank you, Lou. Happy late birthday, brother. Glad to have you on. Glad it worked out.
Wait, sorry, Bobby. Sorry, I have to jump in here. I could have sworn I was right, but I didn't want to jump in. Zach Thomas was a 5th round pick. All right, so I just before I was like, wait, this doesn't sound
I had a
right. I had
little
to-
split circle too.
Sorry to interrupt you. That's on me. Sorry to interrupt you. I had to do it.
I love it because I knew when I said it, there was going to be some like juggernaut that I didn't think of. Of course, Zach Thomas, you know, the favorite player of all time, Ghost's favorite player. So, yeah, of course.
Damn.
I knew that when I said it. But Rashad Jones absolutely earned his right as a legend of Dolphins. Anyway, shout out, Lou. Happy late birthday. David,
Thank you.
thank you for showing up. Tranquilo Sports, check them out. South Florida Sports Show with Lou and his wife, Ashley. They both do great work. Lou and Ashley do a lot for the community. They're in the trenches. David, he's going to an event tonight with the community in Miami. A little different than Miami, the Dolphins, but it's still Miami. They do a lot down in South Florida in the community. So go show them guys love. Tranquilo. They have a show for everyone, honestly. Like they have
Okay.
you don't want me to butcher the names. Croquetas and Cafecitos.
Besitos y croquetas.
There you go. They got the morning show where they talk about like South Florida culture and current events and what's going on. They got Hondo's Blockbuster where you talk about movies, show. You might see me, you know.
Yeah. Yes, you will.
Tranquilo Sports where they cover the Dolphins and all South Florida sports. They have a lot of special guests and have a lot of cool interviews. So check out those guys. They both do awesome stuff. With that being said, birthday boy Lou, hit us off. Final thoughts. Where do we go from here? What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, we got to run the table. I mean, there's no stopping now, right? We're on a win streak. Keep it going. I mean, you're going to New York with momentum. You know, you haven't lost the game in a while now. Didn't lose the bye week either. And these guys are still playing for their jobs, man. You know, I was a proponent of maybe trading Bradley Chubb for picks, but you got to tell me a guy who's more happy to be out there right now and running with his squad than him. I mean, he's celebrating like if the team's 12-2 right now. So keep it going, man. They're playing, they're fighting, and things have to go our way. But first things first, you got to control your own business. So go into New York, win, and keep stacking those wins, boys.
Yeah.
100%.
Dave, you go ahead.
Right. Sorry.
Come on, Dylan.
Well, piggyback off that, essentially ditto to everything. Got to win out, and it starts with the damn New York Jets. MetLife takeover. Go catch the boys out there. And yeah, every week is our Super Bowl. Don't overlook anybody. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. And let's go do this thing. Let's go shock the damn world. Let's make the playoffs and see you guys in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, dude.
Real.
Yeah, I think we go to MetLife. I mean, you got to come out with a win. The Jets are going to be coming for you. They're going to play hard football. They always play. You know, they're kind of used to not being in the playoff race at this time of the season, but they always play hard. They're always going out there for wins. So it's not going to be an easy game. Going to be colder weather. I don't care what your take is on that narrative. It's a narrative for a reason. So, but yeah, Miami wins another ugly game.
Funny little side plot here, dude. Dudley brought up the cold weather narrative last night. T-State got pissed.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. That's bullshit. He's like, that's a player who played. We just lost big games. It was the weather. That's bull. He was like, that's like not even a discussion. Like out of all the narratives they put on us during my time, that was the craziest one that had nothing, no legs to stand on. And it's like, I get you. I hear you, but I mean,
Yeah.
It was very coincidental that all the big games that we ever played in that were in cold weather, we got our ass kicked. Except for the blizzard in Buffalo, which we ended up losing, but that was probably one of the funnest games of that era. So one last thing, I'm sorry, I forgot, boys. We got to do score predictions. Starting off here, very modest 55-7 from Keith.
I mean, he took my score.
So go ahead, Lou. What you thinking?
I'm going to say Dolphins win this one 24-16. Another big game for Devon Achane. Look, he just finished with 1,000 yards, right? 5 games left. 200 yards a game for 5 games. That's another 1,000. Let's go for 2,000, baby.
Yeah.
9-2.
9-2 is a good one.
Oh, that's my dream right there.
It's a baseball game, by the way.
That's my dream rant right there about defense versus offense.
Yeah. In terms of my score predictions, I'm kind of actually in the same boat. I was actually thinking 24-17. So like I'm right there with you. So yeah, I'm sticking with it. 24-17. Dolphins eke one out, maybe score late, or Jets score 17 in the last 2 minutes to make it even close. So.
Look, my biggest gripe over the last few weeks is that we just didn't kick the shit out of somebody. Like I wish they could. If you would have beat the Saints like 40-10 or 31-10, 31-17, I would be like, yeah. Here we go. We got it.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see an ass kicking Sunday. I'll be with Ghost. We're going to be sitting together. I'd love to be together and see an awesome game. But history says when me and Ghost are together, it's a crazy come from behind, heartbreak. We actually won, but we went and seen Jacksonville. Tyree got arrested before the game. We ended up winning on we ended up winning on a game-winning field goal. So if crazy shit happens Sunday, you know why. Anyways. All right, fellas. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We got like 300 people live. If you're watching anywhere but YouTube, obviously always come over to YouTube, subscribe, like, help grow the channel. Never a bad time to become a member. People always ask, how do we support? How do we do this? If you like what you see, if you like what we do, subscribe. Get a membership. Something so small helps a lot. And also, if you're still looking for tickets, MetLifeTakeover.com. There's still some available. You can hit the tailgate. They'll feed you. And go in the stadium, sit with a big group of Dolphin fans. It's an awesome experience, and we hope to see some of you out there Sunday. With that being said, fins up.
Fins up.